Ignition sequence start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff.
Oh, here we are.
Here we are.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever and whenever you may be listening to us across the globe. We are simulcasting on Blog Talk Radio, as well as video live streaming on YouTube right now. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tarot Today Live. We've been doing this for 13 years now. I'm Dax. Here's Mary. Hi, Mary. How's it going?
Dax.
Psychic
Great.
Saturday. Woo.
Happy Psychic Saturday, everybody.
Absolutely. So
Here
we are again. This is going to be fun. This is our last Saturday episode of the month. So we always do our psychic spin. Is this the end of Twitter? Yes, we're going to ask the tarot. We're going to pull some cards.
God.
With the whole Elon Musk thing. Yeah, we're going to pull cards on that today. And if you're listening on Blog Talk Radio, as I said, we're live streaming video too. So if you want to see Mary and I and the cards we hold up and all the things we're doing, pop over to our YouTube channel. You just open a new tab in your browser, type in tarottoday.live. It'll take you right over there. And you can pop in the chat with us. You can chat live right there on the YouTube live. Yeah. Now, if you're listening and watching us on YouTube, the opposite is true. You can actually call into the show through our Blog Talk Radio simulcast. Do you want to let everybody know how they can do that, Mary?
Yes, I do. And they can do that by using their phone and pressing the number, dialing the number. And that number is 714-816-4628. Be sure to press the number 1 on your dial pad because it raises your skinny little arm in the air and lets us know that you want to be on the air with us. And again, that number is 714-816-4628. And again, press number 1. And also, if you're on YouTube, and not Blog Talk, or if you're on both and you want to ask a question in the chat like Dax was just talking about, you can just type in pick a card if you just want us to pull a card for you and want a general reading. But if you have a specific question, type in your question. Don't type, can I have a reading? Are you pulling cards? All of those things. Like, forget all of that. Forget the preliminaries. We're glad you're here. We're happy to give you a reading. Just tell us what you want to know. Right?
Absolutely. I'm typing this all into the chat as well, that they can do it that way.
Awesome.
And let's see. I'm doing the phone number wrong here. Trying to do the phone number.
Give them the right number. Yeah.
I need to get all this typed out so I can just copy and paste from show notes, Yeah.
Right. Well, while you are doing all of that, I thought I'd tell everybody about the card of the day that I drew and the deck that I drew it from. It's an oldie but a goodie. It's not that old, actually. It's the Divine Energy Oracle by Sonia, the wonderful Sonia Choquette. And these cards are really interesting. And I thought they're really a good example. I have a few examples of this, but to me, it's a really good example of a deck that's for everybody, that anybody can use no matter what. You don't need to understand symbolism. There's some cards that maybe have a little bit of, not really, but there's a couple that have like some images in them. But for the most part, it's just messages and words. And the card I drew today, this was a great example of kind of the kind of balance in this deck. You have a lot of positive cards like you do in a lot of decks, like be positive. is probably a card. But this one is a little bit different. It's a little more serious. Address your addictions. And that's a message. And so, with a deck like this, that's the design of it, is just to have this sort of, no imagery really that you have to pay attention to so much. And just the message clearly printed there and concise. Anybody can use this deck. So address your addictions. So what does that mean? That means get off the river denial, right? And addictions can be anything. A lot of times, when we see the devil card come up in a tarot reading, sometimes that's referring to addictions, but it could be, it could be the classics. It could be alcohol. It could be drugs. It could be sex. It could be rock and roll. It could be eating. It could be shopping, since we're in that shopping season right now. But whatever it is, it's exciting. But whatever it is that, you're not in control of, and that maybe is having too much control over your life, that is not having positive consequences. Today might be a good time to kind of take an honest look at that. So did you draw a card of the day, Dax?
Yeah.
And what are the numbers today? What are the numbers like?
Awesome. I like that, what you talked about, being a hypnotist, we deal with a lot of addictions. And, hey, there are good addictions. In fact, without addictions, we couldn't really function. I mean, most of what we do on a daily basis is already programmed in our subconscious mind. Imagine if you had to think to breathe, remember how to walk, all these things, you don't think of them as addictions, but that's what an addiction is. It's a recording running in our subconscious. It's something that we've learned behavior, and we need that for our skill sets, actually. So what you said is the key. Is it interfering with other parts of your life? I had a serious addiction to World of Warcraft for a couple of years, where I was doing oh my God, I was doing 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work, and 8 hours of World of Warcraft.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it can get crazy. So, today's the 26th. So whenever it's the 26th of the month, 2 + 6 is 8. We call that reduction in numerology. That is the number of abundance. So this is one of those abundance days. It can mean, that the floodgates open, and, and the abundance comes in, but it could just be talking about focusing on that. Maybe you're working on your abundance today. Now, the entire date, because let's see, we got the 11th month, so that's a 2 plus the 8, that's 10, which reduces to 1, and then the year is 2026, or a world year number of 6. Next year we're going into a 7, by the way. Really nice stuff. So the 6 plus the 1, you get 7. So it's a 7 date. And just like the year next year, we're going into that 7 year. And if 7 is your life path or your attitude number, they're the natural detectives. They want to know how the universe works, and what are the answers, and studying, a lot of studying, research, things like that. So maybe you're doing that in conjunction with abundance today. So I pulled a card and got, for my card of the day, the Magician. Yes, we love when the Magician shows up. And so the Magician is showing up to let you know that you have the power. You can manifest the abundance that we're talking about here. So that's what I got today, Mary.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Abundance. So, and the thing, what you got and what I got go hand in hand if you think about it. Take a look at your addictions, manage your addictions, eliminate ones that are holding you back. And some of those addictions could be holding you back from abundance if you think about it.
Absolutely.
Maybe beliefs no longer serve you, things like that, addictions to certain things that are taking up all of your time. And so you can't focus on the abundance. So there you go, folks. The cards of the day, numerology of the day. Let me check in the chat here, Mary, real quick. I'm going to see if
exciting. What's going on?
We got any questions in there? Let's see. Oh, Vita's there.
Vita.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes. Vita, let us know how you're doing and everything. She said she made it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
we're wondering where you've been.
The artist.
Are you being Garbanzo?
Yeah, she messaged me on the Tarot Guild website the other day. And
me too.
Yeah, she's doing better. This is the artist formerly known as Tarot Vita. It says Tarot Vita's Slab City Sunday Spirit. That's what her handle is on YouTube there. That's so cool. Samia is back. Hi, Samia.
Hey, Samia.
And Sharona's in there. One of our hosts from Psychic Talk. Yes. She's got some great shows coming up, including tomorrow, I believe she has a show. So we'll talk about that a little later in the show. Vita says hello. Oh gosh, my card of the day with us is the 7 of Cups.
Cool. Dreamy.
Nice. Let's see. Sharon says her addiction is to food. And let's see. Samia says a lot's happened recently between me and Gendre, the one that I butcher his name, can't really pronounce it. Last we had a big argument between us, and currently there's no communication. He has me on block. Oh, wow.
Wow.
And so her question today is, what is his, and he's Aquarius, by the way, current intentions and feelings towards me, Taurus? What's his next action towards me could possibly be? Well, if he's got you on block, do we really need to pull cards for that? You know what I mean? Let me get the deck here and do a little shuffling.
She expect?
Pull a card.
Look at it from the perspective of what can she expect to happen with Gendre now that he's blocked you and you aren't talking and you had a big fight, and is that it? Is that the end of the story? Is there more to it? Is there anything that happens after being blocked? And getting the 2 of Swords, what a perfect card for blocking someone. It's like this. No, you can't come in. It's not fun. I'm not making light of it though. And look, honey. I mean, 10 of Cups, I think we fulfilled what we needed to fulfill here. We also have the 3 of Swords. Ouch, it freaking hurts. And 9 of Swords, that I think, that might be talking about where he's at. When somebody blocks you, like, okay, in the context of this, unless Sammy, you're acting like a real badass and did something crazy, which I am not thinking that you did, but when you're in a relationship thing, it's going to be a relationship, a romantic relationship, and you have an argument and the person responds by blocking you. I mean, they're essentially cutting off communication, and communication is key to keeping relationships alive. It's like you need that flow of communication. You need to be able to talk to each other, to say hello at least, or something. And what I have in the future position for you is the Ace of Swords. It's time for a new beginning. I think that he is not feeling good. I think he blocked you because he wasn't feeling so great. When the 9 of Swords comes up, it's like, too much going on in our head, and we can feel anxiety, we can feel nervousness, we can feel worry, we can have insomnia and sleepless nights and just fretting about things. And so if he's also in that mindset, then like maybe we don't need to be talking at the moment. Maybe he needs to regroup, get it together, and figure out what he wants. But toying with your emotions like this so that you know, could be feeling that 3 of Swords when you wanted the 10 of Cups? I mean, I feel like new idea, new beginning, new time, new phase for you. You know, get an adult next time that can actually communicate and not just act so rash. You know, that's what it feels like. It feels like rash action to me. And so that makes it hard. But let's see what Dax is getting.
Oh, well, a lot of my stuff is confirmation of what you're getting, Mary. And also it dovetails nicely into in fact, I got I got my card of the day, and dovetails nicely into what you were talking about at the beginning of the show about addictions and so forth. So the first card that I pulled was the 7 of Coins, and it's she's got a smile on her face and everything looks rosy, but the thing about the 7 of Coins is it's a reevaluation of everything. It's taking a look at the harvest. In the traditional Waite Smith version of the card, you really actually you can't tell the mood he's in. He's got his hoe and he's leaning on the hoe, and he kind of almost has a frown on his face, like he's not happy with the harvest, but it could really go either way here. So this card for me in this particular situation is telling me that the tarot is saying, you need to step back and look at the whole picture. And then one of the abundance cards comes in. 8, abundance, things happening quickly, quick communication, things moving along and so forth like that. And to me, it's not saying that that's what's going to happen with the relationship. It's actually telling you, yeah, you need to move on. One of the major problems is it's an addiction, just like Mary was talking about at the beginning of the show. The devil card, what are we addicted to? Wow. Yes. It's almost an unhealthy addiction thing here with this person. And I think Sammy said their relationship's long distance on top of all of that. And then, so what about the future? Well, I got the card of the day came in again. Remember you said new beginnings, and there's one. Wow. New beginnings.
There we go.
And then whenever the magician shows up, hey, it's telling you that, you're in control of the situation. You have the power. So take a look at this. Take a step back.
Yeah.
Let's see. And she says, yes, I've decided to move on from him, just gaining clarity from the tarot reading. Yes. So it's reinforcing what you already know. Yeah. So before we go into our So before we go into our psychic spin segment here, let's take a look at the phone lines. Oh, they're starting to light up like a Christmas tree. If you're watching us on YouTube and you want to chat with us on the phone, dial in now. 714-816-4628. Remember to press 1 on your dial pad so it raises your hand. Also, if you are listening to us on Blog Talk, hey, come over and join the live stream on YouTube. Just open a new tab in your browser, type in tarottoday.live. That is actually a URL. It'll take you right over, and right there at the top of the page, you'll see the current live show. Just click on that. Get in the chat with us. Let's take a phone call or two.
Let's do it.
Real quick here. Let's see. 868. Ooh, no, I'm dyslexic today. 651 is the first caller. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Christiana calling from Minnesota.
Hi, Christiana. From Minnesota. So, do you want to talk about today?
Yeah. I'm interested in knowing or getting an idea of where my relationship is going. It's a brand new relationship. His first initial is D as in dandelion.
Gotcha. Dax, I think it's your turn.
Alrighty. And do you have a specific question about that other than where's the relationship going? Or do you want me to just look at that?
Yeah, just that's good.
Okay, so you're coming up as the Queen of Coins. Yes, and that's that nurture energy. I call it the mother card. So in the relationship, the tarot is kind of hinting that is what you should be focusing on as far as how you relate within the relationship. That nurturer energy. Oh my gosh, we have got a ton of cards about choices. It seems like something's going to be coming up in this relationship. I'm getting Two of Swords. I'm getting the Two of Coins. But it's about balancing. And whenever two shows up, there's an implied and I don't know how to put it exactly, but like I said earlier, it's implied that there are two different paths that you could go in. And justice shows up. Another card, it in this particular card, this version of it, she's holding the scales, and again with the balancing. Okay, so a lot of this is talking about balancing things along those lines. The two coins could be indicating, financial situations, but the main focus card is the Tower card. Boom. Sudden unexpected change. Yeah. And now when that card shows up in some of these kind of readings, a lot of times my first instinct is, oh, I'm not too sure about this. It's there could be trouble in paradise, so to speak. However, it could also be talking about a shift in foundations with the Tower card. So this may lead to these two paths where you have to make a choice. And typically with the Two of Swords, she's blindfolded and she's either not seeing the choice, choosing not to make the choice, not knowing what to choose, that kind of thing. So be on the lookout for that to show up in this relationship. Either some kind of sudden unexpected change or a shift in foundation. So it'll be your beliefs around the relationship. Okay. Let's see what Mary's getting. Maybe she's got some further insight here.
Thank you.
What are you getting, Mary?
Well, since you did, such a pretty intense reading, I pulled from the Love Notes Oracle by Lisa Atkinson. Yay. Love notes. And look, there's a few things going on. The first card that came up is love waits. So there may be a delay. Maybe the Tower event, if there is one, something that causes a delay with this relationship. So you're kind of trying to get it off the ground and then something unexpected happens. And then you got to kind of wait until you can kind of get things back on track. And the other card that comes up is love communicates. So just like I was saying with the other caller, and I've said it before, communication is such a key to relationships. And especially, if you're in a waiting period or, somebody's dealing with something big, like a Tower event in some way or something they just weren't prepared for, it's going to be important to keep the lines of communication open. And then finally, this is really interesting, is this card, love doesn't keep score. Love doesn't keep score. So what that means is like sometimes, often, right? I think everybody's experienced this where you're in a relationship and it's like, well, I do everything, or I did this for you and you didn't do anything for me, or you didn't reciprocate, or and like you can get into this thing where it's like, okay, it's like quid pro quo, like, okay, I said this and then now you say this, or I got you breakfast today, you get me breakfast tomorrow, whatever it is, that back and forth. I understand that, I think we all understand why we want that. We want it to be equal. We want both people to be putting in the same effort and with the same enthusiasm. But, sometimes things happen in life and, one person just doesn't have the wherewithal to be able to respond in kind every time. They can't reciprocate. They can't, the score is going to change, So there's just something to think about. If love doesn't keep score, then don't keep score in a relationship, appreciate, what time you have together and what you can do for each other. And, that being said, up until the point where it does feel like it's just you, or it does feel like it's just him, then that's when we need to pull in that communication again and say like, hey, what, is something going on? What's up? So that's what I got.
All right. Well,
Thanks
thank
for the
you.
call, Christina. Good
Yeah.
luck with that. Feel
Have
free
a
to
great
call
weekend.
back and let us know what happens.
Yes, we want to know.
Inquiring minds. Do a lot of editing on this show.
But no, that's so. The cool part is that they actually found the show. That's awesome.
I
It's
know.
like,
It's a miracle.
that's what always, that's the thing. I swear, that's the thing. When I was in Hollywood, it was like kind of like that. Like if you got hate mail, or you got like people like complaining to you or trolling you, it's like somebody's listening, somebody's watching.
Yeah. Well, and the whole time, I think we're in the area of around 30 lives, and I can only remember once they weren't really a troll. They were, trying to take advantage of the chat and get hired for readings, in our chat.
Oh,
and
right.
we had
A
to block that
spammer.
one person. Yeah. So there was only one in 30 so far in the chat on YouTube, which is really great. I think that's great.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, I wanted to let everybody know before I forget, on the Psychic Talk Radio Network, tomorrow, Sunday, November 27th, is Sharona Rapsik's show, Magic Universe. She's going to be doing open lines and free tarot readings, but she's also going to be talking about the most powerful magical words. Shazam, Abracadabra.
Abracadabra, right?
Yeah, all those cool words and all. I hope she has some
Wingardium
history on that
Leviosa.
too. That would be very interesting to hear. And then we'll be back on Monday. It is a YouTube only show. Join us here on YouTube. In fact, you can click the notify button and it'll notify you when we're going live on Monday. So we'll be back on Monday with free readings and more tarot talk. Just want to let everybody know about that. Let's see if we can get a real phone call in here. Area code 310 has been waiting the longest. Caller, what's your name?
I'm afraid
Where are you calling
to know.
from? I know.
Hey, this is Vince. This is Vince, and I'm calling from New York. And yes, I am a legitimate caller.
Yay!
So,
are you, or are you just saying that you are?
No, I really am, and I have a legitimate question.
Awesome.
I have a legitimate question. So, here's the deal. I just resigned from my job, and it was good pay, but the problem was there just wasn't enough hours, and plus two was like 12-hour shifts. So 1 week I would work 3 days and have a couple of days off, and then the next week I would work 4 days and have a couple of days off. But anyway, I just resigned because I'm starting a new job on Monday. Extremely good pay. What they're offering is just amazing. Top of the pay. It's for a company. I'm not going to say the name, but it is a company that manufactures prescription medication as well as other things like COVID shots, stuff like that. And I'm just wondering if this job is going to be the last job that I have, or how it's going to work out.
If it's going to work out, right? In the long term, like, do you have are you going to have longevity there?
Yes.
Is it going to be one that you're happy with? And just,
Yes.
I think it's my
Yeah.
turn looking at that, just seeing what comes up on it. Yeah, look, the Eight of Pentacles comes up here along with the Chariot card. Both of those are terrific, right? You know, Eight of Pentacles, again, you know, it's like, you know, having the skill set and making the effort and it, you know, paying off for you. So I think, you know, with that card on this kind of question, I kind of think it's like you're going to get what you put into it. You know, you're going to get more because Eight is a card of abundance. The Chariot card, a lot of times we look at that as a card of success. It's just about kind of, you know, working in concert with, you know, the white and black horses are kind of like facing, you know, their heads are facing in opposite directions. And so you want to be on the same wavelength with the, you know, your boss, obviously, the company, etc. That looks good. I look at that as a card of success as well. And then we have the death card right in the center. Now, you know, the death card is interesting because, you know, it can be card of endings. You just quit, you know, your one job, and, you know, you clear out the old to make way for the new. So I feel like you did that. It comes in the present energy. So that's good. It's not coming in the future position, right? But, you know, the one other thing I would say, what I do get in the future position is this, and that is the Devil card. So the Devil card is something we've been talking about today, and to just look at a clarifier with that, I've got the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands, you know, to me is a card of assessment, like you know, taking a step back, assessing the situation, allowing it time to develop. Okay. The Devil card, you know, could be indicating like, okay, you know, we might be dealing with issues of control. Like, I don't know if you're going to deal with somebody who's like a micromanager or something, and they're like, yeah, breathing down your back or something like that. But that could be one thing. But it's saying like, look, you know, just wait it out, get some time in at this place, and yeah, it can be a great job for you. You know, we have that abundance card with the Eight of Pentacles and the Chariot card. To me, those are really good signs. But let's see what Dax is getting, and maybe he can provide some more insight for you.
Okay.
And Dax is there.
I was just trying to get my camera to come back up, my mic to get off of mute. You know, there's a lot going on. We got a lot of people in the chat. I'm trying to take notes, writing this all down. We've got birthdays in there. We've got readings. It's going crazy. All righty. So for Vince, real quick, I can't add a whole lot, Mary, but I did want to say that this is one of those few times where I asked it as a yes, no. You know, I took Vince's question at face value and just asked it, you know, and I got 5 yeses. That like never happens. So it's looking really, really good for you, Vince. One of the first cards the first card I got, you know, was the 4 card, which is the Emperor. 4 is foundations in numerology. You know, you're establishing these foundations. Like with a previous reading, previous caller, I'm getting a bunch of 2 cards again. So there may be choices coming up involving this. The High Priestess, 2 of Swords shows up again. The High Priestess suggests to, you know, listen to your gut feelings when these come up. And the Tower card shows up again. So I feel there's going to be a shift in foundations. Now that, along with the 2 2s, I'm getting a feeling that there may be 2 different tracks you can go down in the company. And this may present itself down the line away. Like it's nothing happening necessarily right now. Okay. So be on the lookout for that, Vince. And then you're going to have to trust your gut instincts on which direction to that you want to go, but you end up ultimately at the 10 of cups. Hey, can't get a better card than that. It's like idyllic home life situation there. And that those 10 cups are emotions, all the warm fuzzies. Yes, it's looking really good.
Okay. Yeah, because they provide a lot of training, 5 weeks of training and walking in the door. Mm-hmm. They're giving me a $3,000 sign-on bonus. They're also giving me a $10,000 relocation fee. So Excellent. It's just adding up like crazy. And they're having a real estate agent working with me because, see, I told them that I want to save a little more money and get into a house because the rents are so high and ridiculous. I'd rather just pay for a house instead of paying somebody else's mortgage. And so, I'm going to go that route. But the job is just amazing. They're also giving me a free laptop as well. It's 5 weeks of training. So, and then once I've done my training, then they're going to put me on the shift that I want, which is amazing. Wow. And they go through that extreme because they want to make sure that they pick really good people that actually want to work and actually show up and want to work, which is what I've always done. Because the one thing my dad taught me in life is if you want something, you have to earn it, no matter how hard it is. And so it's crazy because when I used to work when I was living in California, I used to work as a limo driver, and I saw all these young kids. The one night I was taking this woman and her 2 teenage sons home from the airport on a Saturday night, and all these young kids were driving like Mercedes and like extremely high performance expensive cars. And I said to the woman, where are these young kids getting the money to buy these cars? And they said they don't. Their mommy and daddy gives it to them. And I said, that's a great lesson for them to learn. Just ask for what you want and you'll get it instead of working for it, Sure. And a lot of these people are just spoiled. And I'm glad that I wasn't put in that situation as a young kid. I just wanted to get out, work, and make money and do what I needed to do to look after myself and who's ever else involved in my life.
Well, your parents gave you a great gift.
I'm really grateful for my dad.
Yeah. Thanks so much for calling and have a great weekend. Congratulations.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Yeah, it sounds really awesome.
Sounds
really,
great.
Awesome. Yes. Somebody in chat asked about Sharona's show. Yeah. The most powerful magical words, that is tomorrow, the 27th. Same bat time, same bat channel. If we don't get to your phone call or don't get to your question in the chat, we'll be back on Monday. Same bat time, same bat channel. But we're only going to be in chat on YouTube. We're not doing Blog Talk Radio. So if you're listening on Blog Talk, join us on the YouTube live on Monday. tarottoday.live will take you over there. Okay, and everybody that's listening and watching in chat, I've gotten your questions and written them down, so you don't have to keep spamming in your questions in the chat. All you got to do is put them in there once, folks. We'll write them down, and if we can get to them, we'll get to them. Oh my God, spamming the questions in there. So let's see. I did want to mention a couple things. Rosie, Growing Old with Purpose, is in there. Hello from Tennessee. Just wanted to say, hi to her real quick.
Hi.
Also, one of our members, along with Sharon. Sharon just got 6 of my numerology charts on the Black Friday sale. Yeah. I wanted to let everybody know our Black Friday sale runs through Cyber Monday. So it's still going. And it's our biggest sale of the year. Just go over to thetarotguild.com. thetarotguild.com, and at the top of the page, right there in the center, you'll see this same banner. Click on that, and you can read about all the specials that we've got going on. So basically, membership is $1. Normally, it's already a steal at $12 for the year, $1 a month, but it's $1 for your whole first year right now. Also, my course, Tarot by the Numbers, which is normally $297, is just $78 right now, 73% off. And you get your CTR certification and your certified numerologist certification application included when you enroll in the course, and everything is pretty much half off. So half off certification right now, it's just $67 to get certified. Join as a member, get it for $1. And on the private premium members group at the top is a button to push to apply for certification at the discounted rate. One payment of $67. My readings save $50 right now, $47 for a full reading, and my numerology charts, which are normally $47, are $20 a piece. $27 a piece. $20 off is what I meant to say. $20 off right now. Go over to thetarotguild.com and just click on the banner. Also, the life coaching course, which is a great foundation for being a tarot advisor, numerologist, astrologer, or any helping modality, hypnotherapist, Reiki practitioner, EFT practitioner. Life coaching is a great foundation for all of that. And, it costs thousands of dollars sometimes for these courses. And the course we've been recommending Dr. Jones's since like about 2005. It's been updated. It was updated in 2020, and it's a $675 course. So it's not as expensive as some of the other ones. And it's reduced to $77 for our members. But right now, this weekend, it's $39. I kid you not, $39. You'll find all of it on the same page for the Black Friday Cyber Monday sale at thetarotguild.com. Just wanted to mention that real quick. Also,
Awesome.
our tag team readings are on sale.
Mm.
We have that flash sale going right now till 111 instead of 197. So if you want to book a session, you get Mary and I both. We not only do tarot and oracle cards, but numerology, chakra reading, and we'll have plenty of time. So, if you love the readings we do here on YouTube and on Blog Talk Radio, and crystals, I forgot about crystals. If you love these readings we do together, but you'd like to spend more time with us than a couple of minutes, what we can afford on the radio and on YouTube, then go to flash.tarottoday.live, flash.tarottoday.live, and you can book a session with us. I think that's $86 off right now. Wow. Alrighty. So we got some great stuff going. So the psychic spin today, we've been talking about doing, Twitter is all over the news. So we said, hey, this is perfect for psychic spin. Tell people, Mary, for those that aren't familiar, what our psychic spin segment's about.
Oh, yes. I thought you wanted me to explain the Twitter situation. I was like, oh my God.
That too. Throw that in there.
Throw that in there. Okay. We'll get to that.
I don't think anybody's unfamiliar, but if they are.
Well, psychic spin, and we do the last Saturday of every month, and we pull cards on the bigger questions. And Twitter is definitely a bigger question. But, so trending news topics like this one, or sometimes, larger questions. What's the meaning of life? Why are we here? Why is there always mashed potatoes with turkey? I don't know.
Yeah.
But questions like that like we can't figure out for ourselves. And, instead of being like the talking heads on the news and just, reading, what, came down the wire, literally, we pull tarot cards on them. Like these tarot cards that I'm using today, the pre-Raphaelite tarot from Lo Scarabeo. And look at that gorgeous back design. But anyways, yes, so we pull cards on that. And today we're pulling it on, is this the end of Twitter? That's the big question. And for those of you who aren't familiar, maybe, Elon Musk took over Twitter. A lot of people don't like that. They're wigging out. He wants to charge for that verification blue check mark. I guess there's going to be 3 tiers of that or whatever. But he's like, the things that people like, he's already lost, like, I think like 50 advertisers when he took over, because he took a lot of the accounts that were sort of, let's say, banned from Twitter or suspended, and just kind of did a blanket reinstatement, or at least that's what people think. And that's why they're freaking out over it. And also spreading conspiracy theories and getting like more into like, communicating with hate groups online. These are the accusations. I can neither deny nor confirm that any of that is happening, and to what extent do things appear the way they appear to the people that are upset. I don't know, but, a lot of people are talking about leaving Twitter. Advertisers have left, some other people have left, I guess. I don't know. It's just the end of it. Is it going to be a mass exodus? The staff isn't happy with them. And, so what's going to happen to Twitter? I love Twitter personally. That's like my only dog in the race, is actually the platform itself. I don't want Twitter to die. I was there from the beginning. I was there from day one with Twitter. I went to the first 140 conference in Hollywood. I was there from the start. Twitter, I love you, Twitter. Please don't die. Please don't die.
Yeah, I think I joined in 2009. So I was an early adopter too. And I got like 14,000 followers on YouTube. On Twitter, sorry. on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
So what shall we ask? I'm just going to ask the question I put in the title, is this the end? And so I pulled cards and I got 3 out of 5 no.
Oh,
so
there's hope.
There's hope. It's not the end. There's a lot of reevaluation going on. There's that 7 of coins showing up again, and the evil look on the Queen of Wands there, and then the Magician showing up again. That's Elon. He's just messing with us, and he wants to be in control, and it's that fiery energy just rushed in. I think things will shift as time goes on. Yeah. I think everybody thinks that it's going to, circle the drain and, I don't really think that's what's going on. I think that's what people think is going on because of the first few things that he's done and everything, but months from now and years from now, I think Elon, his outlook will shift a little bit. And it's that warm, fuzzy feeling, like, so one of the cards I got was the King of Cups. I think he will, and this is later on in the spread. So I think what's going to happen is he'll become more emotionally stable and get over the initial excitement of, oh yeah, I can totally mess with everybody and I'm going to fire everybody and I'm going to, bring Trump back onto the platform and so forth like that. That's the initial stuff, already he's having to hire back a lot of the people that left,
right.
The reinstated Trump, but Trump has a contract with that other platform that he can't, non-compete. He can't do the Twitter thing according to what a lot of people say or is in that contract. So that might not happen, So I don't think it's going to be how a lot of people think. And then the very last card I got was the 2 of Wands. I think it's going to take a couple of years for the shakeup, to be over with. But again, like I've been getting this all day about a couple of different paths that we could go down. You know, it really could go down a couple of different paths, I think. What did you get? Did you pull any cards yet? What did you get?
Yes, I did. And look, I mean, right now I get the Judgment card, which I think I absolutely love the Judgment card in the pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood, or pre-Raphaelite Tarot, rather, from the Scarabeo. So look, it's like, I mean, Elon is, uh, unique as he is as an individual, I do feel like, he does feel like called to this, and also, he's going to have to make some big decisions. We see him toying with them. We see him kind of playing with it, really, what is it about? He wants to make it profitable. Nine of Pentacles.
Yeah.
What can I do to make it profitable? And like you, I also got the Two of Wands, so there's a couple different ways that this could go, but I didn't see anything indicating that it's ending. In the outcome position, we have the Lovers card, so again, more.
Can you show that card again?
Can I?
I'm making you full screen because that is a nice looking card. It was very well done. Look at the artistry of that.
Yeah.
Ooh, love it.
They're naked, but like, I don't mind,
Yeah, but not in a bad way, No,
they're naked. They're
really done well.
They're tastefully nude.
Tastefully done.
Tastefully nude. But yeah, so that's good. And then that's followed by the Chariot card. So even with the Chariot card and with the Two of Wands and with the Lovers card, you get that sense of duality. You get that sense of two different paths. You get that sense of choices. So there's still a lot of things, moving and shaking here. And, in the very, very, very end, we'll get the Empress card. So I think it's going to go through a period of growth again. I think this is the readjustment phase, and not everybody's happy. People are worried, they're concerned, and you've got to see how it all shakes out. I think we just need more time, but I don't see it going away. Thank goodness. I love you, Twitter.
Absolutely.
And
so there you go, folks. That's our Psychic Spin segment. And God, we're rapidly coming up on the end of the show, but we have requests from Chris and Rutaj, Sarabi, Rashmi.
What are they running?
It's Chris's birthday. It's Chris's birthday tomorrow, and he says, pull him a card.
Happy birthday, Chris. Pull him a card. I'm going to pull you a card from the Divine Energy Oracle by Sonia Choquette.
Yay!
Okay. Shuffling. What is a card for Chris? What does Chris need to know? Make a plan. Maybe make a plan for your birthday, right? You don't want to spend your birthday not doing anything. So make a plan. And anything else that you need to make a plan about. If there's something that you're thinking like, how do I do this? How can I get there? How's this going to go? Well, make a plan for it. What are you getting, Dax? Did you pull a card?
Okay. The Knight of Wands. There's the wands, that fiery energy. I love the dragons. Gotta love the dragons, And he's, knowing Chris, he's actually in that era of life, the Knight era. And so the message coming through is to follow your passions, follow the heart. There we go.
That's a great message. And again, happy birthday, Chris.
Happy birthday. And let's see. So these names that I cannot pronounce, like Rutaj and does Vanyek the guy she's seeing or involved with, does he have another girl in his life?
Ooh,
Ooh,
ooh, that would be
let's see.
that'd be good to know, right?
So I'm getting the judgment card, Mary, and the strength card, the ace of cups. Right away, I mean, the judgment card is the cosmic wake up call card for me. I think it's just confirmation. I think she already knows that there is somebody else. And the tarot is saying, strength card, hang on to that inner fortitude there, and then ace of cups, there's an opportunity for something new in your love life. Yes, that's what I'm getting.
Right. Well, I
What are you
just
getting?
used my pendulum on it, right? And I got like kind of a slight yes to it, just with the swing. It was hesitant, but it was still a yes. So, what does that mean? Is there, competition, another woman in his life that's around, even asking that question? You probably already have a sense of it. How strongly that connection with him is at this point, who knows? But I do like Dax's advice of like, keeping your eye ahead, for the ace of cups, love. But yeah, I think there is another woman lurking somewhere in some capacity in his life that, may be playing a factor into the ability for what is going on between the two of you to develop more in the way that you want it to.
Right. Okay. And we have another phone call. Real quick, I want to mention that you can head over to our tip jar. You can get Mary and I a cup of coffee, coffee.tarottoday.live. If you want to leave a tip there and get us a cup of coffee, just go over to coffee.tarottoday.live. That URL will take you right over to our tip jar there. And don't forget the Black Friday Cyber Monday sale. This will go through midnight on Monday. So we'll repeat this tell you about it again, remind you on Monday. And there you go. Okay, let's see. And who's been waiting the longest on? I think we have time for one more call here. Area code 919. Caller, are you there? 919. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi,
Hello?
My name is Kay, and I'm calling from Georgia, and I am a real person.
Hey, a real person this time.
What do you want to talk about, Kay?
Yeah, a real person. I'll make this very quick. I just want to ask a question about relationships. So I met this young lady a few months back, and we've been getting to know each other. Just nothing serious. We live cross country, so just growing, just learning each other. And I'm just trying to see how you see things progressing.
Dax, is it your turn? I think so.
I think it's my turn.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, this is looking good, Kay. So yeah, there is a strong foundation here. The Emperor card shows up. Card 4 is foundations in numerology, and there's a good foundation. Let's see. Okay, so the 9 of Wands is showing up. This card is simultaneously saying you have all the tools that you need, to make a relationship work, and you've already been through the ringer. Okay.
Nicely put, but yes.
Yes. And then what shows up is the Three of Cups. So
but I think I'm gonna use your words.
yeah, we'll do it that way. Yeah. So the Three of Cups, this is a card of celebration, going out with the girls, girls' night out, dancing, having a little libation here and there, I think what it's talking about is to,
Yeah.
keep things fun, especially in the beginning part here,
Yeah.
and, enjoy yourselves, go out, do the fun things, whatever it is you guys like to do. And that's the best way to start this out, and, not rush headlong. However, later on in the spread, the 10 of coin shows up. That's a card of legacy. Okay. It's a really good card to get. And the very last card is the 6 of wands, literally the success card in tarot. So it's looking really good, but let's see what Mary's getting.
Right. So since Dax did such a good tarot reading, I thought I'd pull some from the Love Notes Oracle for you. And the first card that came up is actually one of their number cards, number 2. So, that could be looking over the next 2 weeks or 2 months or so, or maybe the number 2 becomes significant. February, don't forget February, the month of love. You may decide to get together in February and do something nice. And then, because it was just a number card, I pulled a couple more cards. I actually pulled 2 more cards since it was 2. This one is really interesting. The message with it is love begins within. So what Dax was telling you about keeping it fun and just kind of letting it develop and stuff, part of that too is like checking in with ourselves, because sometimes in a new relationship when we're just getting to know each other, we don't really always, how can I say this? It's like sometimes we can get, I want to say, triggered in a way. By things that we just we just don't understand that that's how that person is, and they don't mean anything by it, but it brushes up against like maybe us because we had like an experience in the past or whatever. It's like, oh my God, I know I'm being ghosted, like something like that, right? Like they don't respond right away. They're like, whatever it is.
This feels familiar. This feels familiar, right? Yeah.
Exactly. When that happens, I want you to like take a breath before anything and just examine, where's that coming from? Why, is this like somebody intentionally, trying to hurt me, or am I generating that? Am I making assumptions? Am I jumping to conclusions? So that's the love begins within. And then the last card that comes up is, oh, it's so pretty. Angelic love. So, when that card comes up to me, it's saying like, look, it's going to become a blessing. It's like this relationship needs time to breathe and to grow, and you work on you, and hopefully she works on her. And, and then you get to the point where it becomes like a blessing. And remember, again, something significant about that too. Make plans for Valentine's Day of some sort, even if it's like a
thank you
distance thing, mark it.
Yes. We were supposed to be celebrating my birthday next month, at the end of the month, December. But I'm not really sure if things are still going to work out, because she was planning to come and visit her kids for Christmas. So I'm not sure if she will be here, but so hey. I can see 2 months, or like you said, February maybe. So
and
well, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling.
Thanks, Kay. Great call, and thanks for being a real person.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being a real person.
That was so obnoxious. That was really obnoxious, but okay.
Oh, live radio. Live radio.
It's live radio. Yeah.
Like I said,
we need a call screener, Mary.
Yeah, having 2 in a row like that makes me think like, oh my gosh, we're getting popular.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
They're sitting there drunk. Playing, so it's all good. Thank you.
Boys will be
Congratulations,
boys,
Kay, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you so much. You as well. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Awesome. Well, here we are at the end of the show, Mary. Another one
in
the can. Gonna have to do some editing on this one, I think.
Oh my gosh.
gosh. All righty. So, but we'll be back on Monday. If we didn't get to your phone call or your request for a reading in the chat on YouTube, we can't get to every one of them, and
we want to. We really want to.
Yeah, we take the calls in the order that they come in, and I just started, Mary, writing the questions, like copying and pasting them into a sheet and doing them in order. So yeah, we're doing the best we can, but hey, we're here twice a week, so don't worry, we're gonna get to you.
You know where to find us.
Exactly. And they can get a tag team reading with us in between shows as well. Flash.tarottoday.live. Don't forget that. Well, thanks everybody for being here. We'll be back on Monday. And thank you, Mary. Don't forget to tune in for Sharona's show tomorrow. Dax. I can't wait to hear all about those magic words.
Ooh, magic.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye, Dax.
Bye, Mary. Good night, Mary Ellen.
Good night, John Boy.